projected 35% increase in global trade efficiency by Q4 2025. An overview. Introduction. In a rapidly changing economic landscape, the anticipated 35% increase in global trade efficiency by Q4 2025 in the sectors of transportation, telecommunications, and agriculture emerges as a significant development. This projection unfolds against a backdrop of increasing economic fragmentation and protectionism, presenting both opportunities and challenges for businesses. The following report synthesizes insights from multiple sources, providing a comprehensive overview of the factors influencing global trade efficiency, the challenges posed by economic fragmentation, and potential strategies for businesses to navigate this evolving environment. Economic fragmentation and protectionism. The global trade environment has been increasingly affected by rising protectionism, characterized by an uptick in tariffs and trade disputes. According to the World Economic Forum, the number of harmful policy interventions affecting trade escalated dramatically from approximately 600 in 2017 to over 3,000 annually by 2022 to 2024. This trend indicates a growing complexity that businesses must contend with as they seek to maintain and enhance their competitive edge in the international market. Implications for global trade. 1. Increased tariffs and trade barriers. The rise in protectionist policies has led to significant increases in tariffs and trade barriers, complicating international trade. Companies that rely heavily on international supply chains may face rising costs and disruptions as they navigate these new challenges. 2. Supply chain resilience. The need for businesses to bolster supply chain resilience is paramount. Companies are encouraged to enhance their supply chain visibility and diversify their supplier bases to mitigate risks associated with tariffs and trade restrictions. Investment in advanced technologies, including AI and real-time analytics, is crucial for improving operational efficiency and responsiveness. 3. Cybersecurity concerns. As governments emphasize national security in trade policies, cybersecurity risks have risen. Businesses must invest in robust cybersecurity measures, including risk assessments and employee training to safeguard against potential data breaches and cyber espionage. Investment trends. The UN Conference on Trade and Development highlighted a 10% decline in global foreign direct investment (FDI) in 2023, largely attributed to the fragmented trade environment. This downward trend is expected to persist unless there is a concerted effort by businesses and policymakers to advocate for more collaborative trade agreements. This decline in investment further complicates the landscape for businesses looking to expand their operations globally. Scenario planning and advocacy. In light of these challenges, businesses are urged to engage in scenario planning to prepare for potential changes in trade policies. This proactive approach allows companies to develop contingency plans and respond efficiently to market shifts. Additionally, advocating for multilateral trade agreements is deemed essential for minimizing fragmentation and fostering a stable economic environment. Sector-specific insights. While the overarching themes of economic fragmentation and protectionism resonate across sectors, specific challenges and opportunities exist within transportation, telecommunications, and agriculture. 1. Transportation. The transportation sector stands to benefit significantly from advancements in logistics and communication technologies. Improved efficiency in shipping and logistics can reduce costs and enhance the speed of trade, ultimately contributing to the projected increase in trade efficiency. 2. Telecommunications. The role of telecommunications in enhancing trade efficiency cannot be overstated. The integration of digital innovations facilitates seamless communication, bridging gaps created by physical supply chain disruptions. Companies that leverage digital tools effectively are likely to gain a competitive advantage. 3. Agriculture. The agriculture sector faces unique challenges, including climate change and resource availability, which could hinder its ability to capitalize on increased trade efficiency. Farmers and agribusinesses will need to adapt to shifting environmental conditions while finding innovative ways to enhance productivity. Timeline of key events. 2017, initiation of significant policy changes affecting global trade with harmful policy interventions at around 600. 2022 to 2024, a dramatic surge in harmful trading policies exceeding 3,000 per year, leading to increased tariffs and trade barriers. 2023, a reported 10% decline in global foreign direct investment attributed to a fragmented trade environment. Q4 2025, the projected timeline for a 35% increase in global trade efficiency across key sectors contingent upon businesses adapting to the evolving landscape of economic fragmentation and protectionism. Conclusion. The anticipated increase in global trade efficiency by 2025 is intricately linked to the challenges posed by economic fragmentation and protectionism. Businesses that adopt proactive measures such as enhancing supply chain resilience, investing in cybersecurity, and advocating for collaborative trade practices are better positioned to navigate this complex environment. As the global trade landscape evolves, adapting to these dynamics will be crucial for sustained growth and competitiveness in the coming years. Recommendations for businesses. To navigate the challenges of a fragmented trade environment and capitalize on the projected increase in efficiency, businesses are encouraged to take the following actions. 1. Enhance supply chain visibility. Invest in technologies that provide real-time visibility into supply chains, allowing for early identification of potential disruptions. 2. Diversify supply sources. Reduce reliance on a single country or region by diversifying supplier bases, thereby mitigating the impact of tariffs and ensuring continuity of supply. 3. Invest in cybersecurity. Implement robust cybersecurity measures, conduct regular risk assessments, and train employees on data protection best practices to safeguard against increasing cyber risks. 4. Engage in scenario planning. Conduct scenario planning exercises to assess the potential impacts of various trade policy changes, enabling the development of effective contingency plans. 5. Advocate for trade agreements. Collaborate with policymakers to promote the revival of multilateral, regional, and bilateral trade agreements, fostering a more stable trade environment. In conclusion, while the challenges posed by economic fragmentation and protectionism are significant, they are not insurmountable. By taking proactive steps, businesses can position themselves for success in an increasingly complex and fractured global landscape, ultimately contributing to enhanced trade efficiency by 2025. The projected 35% increase in global trade efficiency by Q4 2025, particularly in the sectors of transportation, telecommunications, and agriculture, presents several counterintuitive insights against the backdrop of rising economic fragmentation and protectionist policies. Here are some key points that highlight this counterintuitive information. 1. Increased efficiency amid fragmentation. While economic fragmentation and protectionism typically hinder trade by introducing tariffs and barriers, the projected increase in trade efficiency suggests that businesses may be finding innovative ways to adapt. By leveraging advanced technologies, companies could be enhancing operational efficiencies that offset the negative impacts of these barriers. This indicates a potential for resilience that contradicts the expectation that fragmentation solely leads to inefficiency. 2. Technological solutions to political challenges. The idea that telecommunications and digital innovations could improve trade efficiency is noteworthy, despite an increasingly fragmented trade environment. The ability of digital communication tools to facilitate seamless transactions and coordination can counterbalance the disruptions caused by tariffs and trade disputes. This suggests that the digital transformation of trade can thrive even when traditional trade channels are under stress, highlighting a surprising synergy between technology and trade resilience. 3. Investment decline leading to opportunity. The report notes a slump in global foreign direct investment (FDI), which one would typically associate with negative growth prospects. However, this decline might create opportunities for companies willing to adapt and innovate in response to changing market conditions. As larger firms withdraw or scale back, smaller and more agile companies may find niches to exploit, leading to increased efficiency and competitiveness in the long run. For cybersecurity as an enabler of trade efficiency, the heightened focus on cybersecurity driven by national security concerns is often viewed as a burden on businesses. However, the push for enhanced cybersecurity measures could lead to greater robustness in digital supply chains, ultimately contributing to improved trade efficiency. Companies that invest in cybersecurity may not only protect their assets but also gain a competitive edge through improved trust and reliability in their operations. 5. Scenario planning as a strategic advantage. While economic uncertainty tends to lead to conservative strategies, the promotion of scenario planning as a proactive measure suggests that businesses can turn potential threats into strategic advantages. This approach may allow firms to remain agile and responsive, ultimately facilitating improved trade efficiency as they are better prepared for various outcomes. 6. Diversifying supply chains in a protectionist world. The recommendation to diversify supply sources counteracts the conventional wisdom that businesses should concentrate on cost efficiency by relying on a few key suppliers. In a fragmented environment, diversification can act as a buffer against the risks associated with tariffs and trade barriers, thus enhancing overall efficiency rather than detracting from it. This counters the notion that increased costs from diversification will always harm efficiency. 7. Collaborative trade agreements in a fragmented landscape. The advocacy for multilateral trade agreements in the face of increasing protectionism is paradoxical. While protectionism suggests a move towards isolation, the push for collaboration indicates that businesses and policymakers recognize the need for interconnectedness to foster trade efficiency. The idea that fragmentation can spur a renewed focus on collaboration challenges the narrative that protectionist policies uniformly stifle trade. In summary, the counterintuitive insights surrounding the projected 35% increase in global trade efficiency reveal a complex interplay of adaptation technology and strategic foresight. While economic fragmentation and protectionism pose significant challenges, they also compel businesses to innovate and enhance their resilience in ways that could lead to unexpected efficiencies. The report on the projected 35% increase in global trade efficiency across the sectors of transportation, telecommunications, and agriculture by Q4 2025 is laden with significant insights that may easily be overlooked by many readers. Here are some of those key areas along with reasons for their importance. 1. Economic fragmentation and protectionism. While many may focus on the anticipated efficiency gains, the underlying context of increasing economic fragmentation and protectionism is crucial. The sharp rise in harmful policy interventions, from 600 in 2017 to over 3,000 annually by 2022 to 2024, serves as a double-edged sword. Readers might overlook how these interventions fundamentally challenge the notion of a seamless global trade environment. The significance lies in the fact that while efficiency gains may occur, they will be accompanied by a landscape fraught with tariffs and trade disputes that could negate some of those gains. This paradox underscores the need for businesses to adapt strategies that not only capitalize on efficiency but also actively mitigate the risks posed by an increasingly protectionist world. 2. Supply chain resilience. The report emphasizes the necessity for businesses to enhance supply chain resilience. Although this may seem like standard advice, the significance of this recommendation lies in the evolving nature of supply chain risk management. The emphasis on using advanced technologies like AI and real-time analytics indicates a shift from traditional supply chain models to more proactive and predictive approaches. Companies that fail to adopt these innovations risk falling behind in an environment where agility and responsiveness are paramount. The overlooked aspect here is the potential for technological advancements not merely to improve efficiency but to fundamentally transform supply chain management into a competitive advantage. 3. Cybersecurity concerns. With increasing national security concerns influencing trade policies, the report highlights a rising threat landscape for businesses, particularly related to cybersecurity. Many readers may gloss over this section, viewing it as a secondary concern, but the implications are profound. The rise in cyber espionage and potential data breaches can have devastating impacts on operational integrity and brand trust. Companies must recognize that investing in cybersecurity is no longer just an IT issue but a core component of their overall business strategy. Ignoring this aspect could lead to catastrophic financial and reputational damage, particularly in a landscape where data integrity is critical. 4. Investment trends. The reported slump in global foreign direct investment (FDI) by 10% in 2023, attributed to a fragmented trade environment, is another critical insight that may be easily missed. While many may focus on the immediate operational implications of trade efficiency, the long-term viability of business growth hinges on stable investment flows. This decline signals a troubling trend if businesses and policymakers do not advocate for collaborative trade agreements. The investment climate will continue to deteriorate. The significance here is that a lack of investment not only stunts growth but also diminishes innovation and competitiveness in the global market. 5. Scenario planning and advocacy. The suggestion for businesses to engage in scenario planning as a proactive measure against trade policy changes is a vital but often overlooked recommendation. Many organizations may not prioritize scenario planning, viewing it as an academic exercise rather than a practical necessity. However, the ability to anticipate various potential outcomes allows businesses to develop robust contingency plans. This approach fosters agility and responsiveness, enabling companies to pivot swiftly in response to market shifts. The significance of this strategy lies in its potential to safeguard against volatility and uncertainty, which are increasingly characteristic of the global trade environment. 6. Sector-specific challenges. The report notes that while sectors like transportation and telecommunications may leverage technological advancements to enhance trade efficiency, the agriculture sector faces unique challenges such as climate change and resource availability. Readers might overlook this differentiation, assuming a uniform impact across sectors. Understanding that each sector will require tailored strategies to address specific challenges is crucial. This nuance highlights the importance of sector-specific adaptation in operational strategies, as success in one sector does not automatically translate to success in another. Conclusion. In summary, the projected increase in global trade efficiency is layered with complexities that extend far beyond mere numbers. The interplay of economic fragmentation, the need for resilience, cybersecurity risks, investment trends, scenario planning, and sector-specific challenges all contribute to a multifaceted trade environment. Businesses that focus solely on efficiency gains without addressing these underlying issues risk creating vulnerabilities that could hinder their long-term success. Recognizing and navigating these significant yet often overlooked elements will be essential for organizations aiming to thrive in an increasingly dynamic global landscape. 1. Economic fragmentation and protectionism. The increasing trend of economic fragmentation and protectionism poses significant challenges for global trade. The surge in harmful policy interventions from 600 in 2017 to over 3,000 annually by 2022 to 2024 illustrates a critical shift in the trading landscape. Businesses must navigate tariffs and trade disputes that complicate their operations, leading to heightened costs and potential supply chain disruptions. 2. Supply chain resilience and technological adoption. Enhancing supply chain resilience is paramount for businesses facing these challenges. The adoption of advanced technologies such as AI and real-time analytics can improve supply chain visibility and operational efficiency. Diversifying supplier bases also emerges as a crucial strategy to mitigate risks linked to tariffs and trade restrictions, ensuring continuity in supply and reducing vulnerabilities. 3. Cybersecurity as a growing concern. The intertwined relationship between national security and trade policies has escalated the risks associated with cyber threats. Companies are increasingly vulnerable to cyber espionage and data breaches as governments impose stricter regulations. Investment in cybersecurity measures, including risk assessments and employee training, is essential for protecting digital assets and maintaining operational integrity in this fragmented environment. 4. Investment trends and scenario planning. The decline in global foreign direct investment, reported at a 10% slump in 2023, reflects the impact of a fragmented trade environment. To navigate this uncertainty, businesses must engage in scenario planning, preparing for potential changes in trade policies and developing contingency plans. Advocating for collaborative trade agreements is also essential to minimize fragmentation and foster a stable economic environment conducive to growth. 1. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act 1930. This U.S. legislation raised tariffs on over 20,000 imported goods intended to protect American industries during the Great Depression. The act led to retaliatory tariffs from other countries, resulting in a significant decline in international trade. It exemplifies the impact of protectionism, demonstrating how restrictive trade policies can provoke economic fragmentation and hinder global trade efficiency. 2. The East India Company and the Opium Wars 1839–1860. The British East India Company's trade practices, particularly in opium, led to significant conflict with China, culminating in the Opium Wars. The British imposed unequal treaties that opened Chinese ports to foreign trade under unfavorable terms for China. This historical case illustrates how trade disputes and economic domination can lead to geopolitical tensions and changes in trade dynamics akin to the current challenges posed by protectionism. 3. NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement 1994. NAFTA was a landmark trade agreement between Canada, Mexico, and the United States aimed at reducing trade barriers and increasing economic cooperation. While it succeeded in enhancing trade efficiency in North America, it also faced criticism for job losses in certain sectors and increasing economic disparities. The agreement serves as a case study of how trade agreements can both facilitate and complicate trade relationships, reflecting the balance necessary in navigating economic fragmentation and protectionism. The future of global trade efficiency, particularly within the sectors of transportation, telecommunications, and agriculture, appears poised for significant transformation by Q4 2025. This anticipated 35% increase in efficiency is not merely a projection based on optimistic trends, it is rooted in a complex interplay of technological advancements, changing geopolitical dynamics, and evolving economic policies. Below, we delve into key predictions and factors that are likely to shape this future landscape. 1. Technological advancements. Automation and AI integration. The adoption of automation and artificial intelligence (AI) is expected to revolutionize the logistics and transportation sectors. Companies will leverage AI to optimize routing, enhance inventory management, and forecast demand more accurately. This will lead to reduced operational costs and improved service delivery. Telecommunications improvements. Enhanced telecommunications infrastructure, including the rollout of 5G technology, will facilitate faster and more reliable communication across supply chains. This will not only streamline operations but also enable real-time data sharing and decision-making, further boosting efficiency. Precision agriculture. In agriculture, technologies such as drones, IoT sensors, and AI-driven analytics will allow for more precise farming practices. This will increase yield while reducing resource waste, supporting a more efficient global food supply chain. 2. Supply chain resilience. Diversification of supply sources. In response to growing protectionism and trade barriers, businesses will increasingly diversify their supplier bases. This strategy will enhance resilience against disruptions caused by tariffs, sanctions, or geopolitical tensions, allowing for smoother operations even in fragmented trade environments. Enhanced supply chain visibility. Companies will invest in technologies that provide real-time insights into their supply chains. Advanced analytics and monitoring tools will allow businesses to anticipate disruptions and respond swiftly, minimizing delays and inefficiencies. 3. Cybersecurity enhancements. As cyber threats escalate in a climate of heightened protectionism, businesses will prioritize cybersecurity investments.
This will include comprehensive risk assessments, employee training,
and the implementation of robust security protocols. A strong cyber risk strategy will be essential to protect digital assets and maintain operational continuity, especially as supply chains become increasingly interconnected. 4. Policy and regulatory changes.
Advocacy for multilateral trade agreements. To counteract economic fragmentation, businesses will actively engage with policymakers to promote collaborative trade agreements. Successful advocacy will foster a more stable economic environment, enabling businesses to operate more efficiently across borders. Adaptation to regulatory landscapes. Companies will need to navigate a complex web of compliance requirements arising from shifting trade policies. This may lead to increased operational costs, but organizations that successfully adapt will find ways to leverage regulations to their advantage, potentially creating new market opportunities. 5. Environmental and social considerations.
Sustainability as a competitive advantage in agriculture and transportation. There will be a growing emphasis on sustainable practices.
Companies that adopt environmentally friendly approaches will not only comply with regulatory demands but also appeal to consumers increasingly concerned about sustainability. This alignment with social values will enhance brand loyalty and open new markets.
Climate resilience. The agriculture sector will face unique challenges due to climate change.
Businesses that invest in climate-resilient practices and technologies will be better positioned to thrive despite environmental uncertainties. Conclusion.
The projected 35% increase in global trade efficiency by Q4 2025 across transportation, telecommunications, and agriculture is contingent upon how businesses navigate the intertwined challenges of economic fragmentation, protectionism, and technological evolution. Organizations that proactively enhance their supply chain resilience, invest in cybersecurity, and advocate for collaborative trade policies are likely to emerge as leaders in this new landscape.
As the business environment continues to evolve, adaptability will be the cornerstone of success. By embracing innovation,
diversifying supply chains, and aligning with sustainability goals, companies can position themselves not just to survive but to thrive in an increasingly complex and interconnected global trade system.
The next few years will be critical in determining how these dynamics unfold, but the potential for increased efficiency and growth is unmistakable.